Questions, please?
I've never done a dress. Hello, Sloane. Welcome to Singapore. What's the experience been like? I know it's been a little over 24 hours for you here, but what was last night even like? Was it what you expected?
Yeah, it was super fun. Obviously, to be here is super special, and I think that, I was very tired last night, so I wasn't functioning at my highest level, but I think that it was really fun. I really enjoyed it. Obviously, the girls were awesome, so overall amazing experience that I'll have to look at some pictures to remember because I was a bit sleepy.
Sloane, a little bit tired, but still cracking a lot of jokes during the iconic photo and the selfie. What was that experience like, just getting to hang out with the other 7 players and getting to know maybe some of them a little bit better?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we see each other all year long, so a lot of us are very familiar with each other, and I think it was just another good time. Obviously, an amazing experience to be here, and an honor to be able to play here and be with these girls. So I think, everyone obviously is happy and excited to be here. So just another, fun moment for all of us.
Has it been nice compared to sort of the Grand Slam preparation where you may be off on your own with your team? This is sort of like a big tennis bat mitzvah, kind of getting to hang out all together.
It's fun. It's definitely fun. Obviously, a lot of pictures, a lot of group activities together. It's a tournament of 8 players, so this is the only time in the year that this happens for us. So I think, at a Grand Slam, there's a lot of faces you don't know, a lot of qualifiers, people you've never even seen before. So I think that's what kind of makes a Grand Slam special. But then here, obviously special, 7 other girls that you know pretty well that you see frequently throughout the year. So it's just fun to be here with them and kind of, I guess you could say, bond a little bit better.
Hey, Sloane. How much experience do you have with the round robin competition, and what are your feelings about that going into it?
I haven't played a round robin since I started playing tennis at Sierra Sport and Racket Club, and you had to play the round robin to advance in your ladder, and I was 10, so I'm really not sure how it works. I saw the chart and everything, but I think you just play and try to win, and whatever happens, happens. I'm sure Laura is an expert at that, and she'll figure it out. And I'm sure Courtney will be tweeting all of these things that could possibly happen and how many games and blah blah blah. So yeah.
Hi. This is from the Japanese TV station. Hi. You take on the match game with Naomi for next on Monday. So how's the impression of Naomi? And then do you have any game plan for strategies of the game with Naomi?
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not going to tell you what my strategy is. I do have one, but I think it'll be a good match. Obviously, she's playing some really good tennis, obviously winning the U.S. Open, making the finals in Tokyo. She's playing great, so I think it'll be a good match, but obviously all year long we work to get to this point in the season, so I think everyone's prepared and ready. So just really looking forward to it, and I think it'll be really fun.
Hello. Naomi has improved a lot this season. So, what is about your opinion? Her improvement?
I think she's a great player. I think she's made a lot of improvements. Obviously, winning the U.S. Open is incredibly special. I think she's had some really great results this year at Indian Wells. She's had a really great season. I think she has improved a lot in her game. And every player, she's a great player. So every player, with the potential she has, hopefully advances to where they should be. And I think that she's playing great tennis and she's where she should be. So I think that it'll be a good match, and I'm looking forward to it.
Sloane, how do you kind of, not compare, but last year obviously was amazing with the U.S. Open and everything. This year, different season, also amazing. You find yourself here, and another slam final, Miami. Can you compare kind of how different were the experiences of last year and this year?
Well, last year for me was only 3 months of tennis. So it was a little bit short, obviously very overwhelming winning a Grand Slam after not having playing for 11 months. So it was a little bit different. And then this year having like a full season of, ups and downs and normal travel, being away from home, having really great results, having not so great results, having to grind it out in weeks you don't want to play and things like that, makes a lot of difference. And I think coming, playing the whole year and then making it here, I think that's pretty cool. I had some great results, a lot of very high highs and some tough lows, but I think I managed it well, and I guess that's all a part of the sport. But this year and last year, I'd say both equally as amazing. I'd say this year is just a little bit more emotional because of the amount of tennis I had to play, but equally as happy with both seasons.
Hi. I just want to ask, do you like on-court coaching, and do you think it should be allowed in Grand Slams?
Oh yeah, I think on-court coaching is good. Obviously, it can change a match. It can, for one player, it could be really, really great, and then at the same time, you could come on the court and your coach, you could lose like 8 games in a row. So it kind of just depends. I think that a lot of coaching does happen from the stands anyway, and whether it's right, wrong, whatever, I think that coaching is a big part of tennis, and you're out there alone, but a lot goes into it behind the scenes, preparation and everything. So I think that I can't say definitely there should be or should not be, but I think that there needs to be a little bit of a change to the rule, definitely.
Just following up on that a little bit, I mean, with Kamau and the work that you and he do behind the scenes, obviously we can't see that, but with on-court coaching, once he comes out, I think a lot of us have now kind of gotten a better sense of, what makes him such a great coach and things like that, and it's raised his profile a little bit, I think, which is great. I mean, do you think that there is kind of merit to a little bit of that in terms of how coaching is such an important aspect of the game that finally we kind of get to see what's happening there, I guess?
I'd say yes and no, because I think a lot of what you see on TV is very filtered. What a coach would normally say, they'd probably have to tone it down probably 90%. And I think that obviously when people come on the court, they say some things and you're like, what? Like, if you see another coach, you're like, what did that even mean? But to their player, like, it makes sense, right? So I definitely think that seeing the interaction, like, you kind of feel like there's better, like, I don't know, not fan interaction, but people watching at home, like, you feel a little bit more of a connect, whereas when they're off the court and you don't ever see the coach, you don't see the interaction, like, you don't really see, like, the team dynamic, it makes you, like, distant. So I think the on-court coaching definitely brings in that aspect of, like, you feel like you're more involved, like, with the player and coach, and I think that kind of, like, makes it more, like, personal type of thing. So I guess it's cool in a way, but then there's also, you don't really know what the other half of it, because the 90% of it is like, you can't say it because you can't cuss on TV and like all this stuff. So yeah.
Sloane, how important was the week in Beijing for you to kind of play some tough matches, some crazy matches, to kind of get back into the swing of things and reset after the US Open? Yeah,
obviously I don't play my best in Asia. I haven't had great results in Asia, so I just really wanted to make the most of it this season, and I started off, this season in Asia, and I started off not too great, but by the time I got to Beijing, I was like, I'm not playing badly, like, I need to just win a match, like, I need to figure it out, and I think winning those 2 matches were very good for me, because I was putting a lot of pressure on myself. Obviously I wanted to make it here, and everyone wanted to make it here, so everyone was kind of tense, and there was a lot of, unwanted and unnecessary stress. So I think to win those 2 matches was big, because I just kind of had to fight my way through, but I was happy with that.
Is it just tough being far from home? Looking back, maybe with some distance, what has made this section of the season maybe more difficult for you?
Yeah, I just don't adjust well to the 12-hour time change. It's really difficult for me, but I think, like, I started in Tokyo. I've played some extra tournaments this year that I normally wouldn't have played, and I think in Tokyo I had, like, the best time ever. Like, it was amazing. I had so much fun. And then going to Wuhan, yeah, I was totally fine, but it just takes me a little bit longer to adjust in Asia, so it's been a little tricky for me. But I mean, I tried my best this year, and I got 2 matches, and that's better than the 3 previous years. So, yeah, just doing my best and slowly making my way to the W's.
Last question, please.
So can you play, I mean, obviously through Wuhan and Beijing and even Tokyo, there was all this specter of qualifying and the extra unnecessary pressure. Can you play pressure-free here now that you've kind of crossed that line, or is it?
Yeah, I made it to where I wanted to make it, so now I'm like, okay, like, happy to be here, this is so exciting, this place is beautiful, the pool's amazing, like, there's no, you get to where you want to go, and then you're able to play, right? So I think hopefully I play well here. I've obviously been practicing a lot, and this is been my big goal for the year. So I'm excited to be here. Like I said, there was a lot of unnecessary stress that was not needed, and that definitely affects your game, and it affected literally everyone because we were all losing matches we should have never been losing. So I think that, yeah, getting here, I think we all will be able to relax a bit and play some good tennis.
Okay. Tracy, do you